Hey everybody, today's video I want to talk about how to hire somebody by raising your prices. So basically, um, a couple of years ago I started taking over the paintball business for my dad, and he'd been renting out paintball guns for like $10 a gun rental, no paintballs included, but it did come with CO2 and a mask and a hopper, all the things you need to play paintball. Anyway, except for the ammunition. So I started taking this business over, and it was $10 a rental. And I started a family, and I started getting really busy because families can take up a lot of time. So it's like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? Right? Like I've got all these people. They're calling me for paintball equipment and stuff, and blah blah blah, and I can't be there all the time, and I'm just like dropping the ball. Like I just was not able to do it anymore. Like when I was young and I was single, I could totally do it, no problem. But now it was like impossible. So I decided to try and hire somebody, and I found somebody that could help me clean and fill tanks, which is like half of the work. And so that person, though, also had a family and needed full-time work, but was doing this part-time work for me. So he went and got another job that was full-time, and then when I needed him to be there, sometimes he couldn't. And so I was like, well, now what do I do? And the other problem that I noticed was that the amount of money that was like coming through after paying the new person was not sufficient, like even maybe to cover like the cost of just keeping things running and filling the big CO2 tanks and everything. Like it's just like one thing after another. So in order to hire a new person, obviously that kind of stopped. And so in order to hire a new person, I realized I needed to raise my prices. I wasn't sure how much to, and I was a little bit afraid, but I thought, you know what, we'll try. Well, I kind of did it in two phases. I went to 1250, and then I went to 15. When I went to 1250, it helped. I felt like things were a little better and working, but still wasn't quite enough. And the clients still seemed to come and play and everything. And so after I did that, I decided to go, the next year, I decided to go to 15. I think I'm more at like a current rate for my area and size and everything. Like, because your market size matters and how many competitors you have matter. I did have one competitor at the time in my area, and now I don't have any because the other guy like retired and went to Hawaii. I think that was my breaking point. It was like, well, if that guy's going to go live in Hawaii, I'm going to raise my prices just a little more to pay for my not going to Hawaii because I'd like to go, right? So anyway, so I put the prices there, and then I still had a competitor, but he just didn't do as much as, you know, I thought maybe he would, or maybe the advertising didn't work as well. I'm not sure. Anyway, so long story short is I raised the prices, and then I decided, you know what, I'm going to look for a high school student that doesn't have a family yet that can help me. Because I needed part-time work. Like, it's just like on weekends and maybe one day in a week, just like these random times, small amount of work, but sufficient that I couldn't do it all myself. I know that kind of sounds crazy, right? But that's how it is. So anyway, so I decided to hire a high school student, and what do you know? After like getting him trained and everything, he can show up pretty well. He can do everything I need him to do. He can take clients. He can repair. He's great. And now, obviously, I had kind of some good choices to make, like in our local Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, we've got like a lot of youth, and we have the opportunity to meet them in person. And so I had the opportunity to choose somebody that I believed had good integrity and that I knew would do a good job. And that has made a huge difference, because I've had a lot of other employees, and things don't always work out with if they have a lack of integrity. But the guys that I have now are like killing it. They're totally helping me out, and I just I'm just grateful for them. Like it makes a big difference in my life right now to be able to have the business and have the employees. Now, that having been said, by raising the prices a little bit, I was able to afford a fair wage for those guys, a wage that they felt uncomfortable receiving, which I felt good about. Because if you give like a bare minimum, then like you feel like you're cheating somebody, and that's kind of what they expected. But I was able to give them a little more than that, and it's being fun. So, if you raise your prices and you hire somebody, it will enable you, well, if you raise your prices, it will enable you to hire somebody for a better wage. And on top of that, it will improve your service. Because, like, my service, when I was young and single and stuff, and I was helping my dad, my service was, like, good. But when I was, like, doing this by myself as a dad, my service was bad. And, like, things were breaking down faster than I could fix them up and stuff. And it just made a huge difference to, like, have a little bit of help out there. Somebody I could call and be like, hey, we've got an appointment this time. And see, right now I'm at the Made in Brazil, Utah, another entrepreneurial adventure that we've got going on. I'm tending the store today, and like right now as we speak, Tavin, one of my guys, is like there taking care of a client right now. And so I feel like I'm in two places at once. It feels like magic. So anyway, I guess that's enough rant from me about this topic. If you guys have questions, please say so down in the description. I do videos on entrepreneurship, business, chemistry, Dungeons and Dragons, precious metal stuff mostly. I'm sure we'll see some more of that here soon. So if you like any of those topics or you just like my video, please like and subscribe. And yeah, drop me some comments if you are feeling the passion. So anyway, you guys take care. Thanks. We'll see you next time.